Hey guys, quick room update. I'm going to flip the camera around and basically show you what this room is. It's very embarrassing at the moment, but basically behind me, there used to be two big black shelves. I've got rid of those now, and they had all my action figures on it that I still needed to get to. Basically, they were all on ice, as we call it. But I want to crack into them. I don't want to just keep them, you know, mint on card. So I'll do a quick pan around and show you what's going on. But this room is a mess. I don't have the biggest room to work with it, but this is now my new toy room. So let's have a quick look.
Hi, I'm 80s Jedi. I grew up in the 80s, the golden era for toys, movies and cartoons. This is me in 1990 with 2 Toxic Crusaders. Join me on my journey as I learn photography, videography and watch my collection grow. This is 80s Jedi.
Okay guys, this is basically where all the Detolfs are sitting at the moment. Got a bunch of Lego sets up there. This is the Detolfs with the action figures where they're sitting right now. This is my media rooms just kind of behind me, just over here. And this is my DVDs and my computer room, which is under construction, and I'm mucking around with PCs and Macs and whatever else. But basically all these are going to move into the next room, and we all know that 4 looks better together than what, say, 3 would, and then the other Detolf kind of maybe on an angle. I don't know. I haven't worked it all out yet, but they do look good here. But again, this is a media room, and I want to try and clean it all up a little bit, and hopefully that'll happen when I move them into the other room. Basically, the records will move from there over to there. And then what I'll do is I'll probably do a full media room. That's the media room at the moment. I'll do a full media room tour. But yeah, let's get into it. That's outside, hello, and this is my table, and there's just shit everywhere. So, this is my backdrop for YouTube, and I can't get to it. So, hopefully Detolf's here. Hopefully all these figures can go in the Detolfs, and we can clean this place up. I'm thinking of extending this bench over a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to put above the Detolfs, but I need to maximize my space. I really like my feature wall here. You know, basically, if I'm doing YouTube, the camera's sitting basically just here, and I'm sitting here, and that's kind of like my backdrop, but I want to clean all that up, put good sets, Lego sets on there, action figures behind me, get all the lights cracking. Let's get into it. Alright, that almost got the sweat up, so I got 4 against this wall here, so it actually looks pretty good because it's nice and white, obviously. Kind of doesn't look so dark in here, although I do have the window blinds open. But you see what I've come up against. Now I can only kind of open the door to there, which isn't too bad, I suppose. I'm just going to probably just deal with it. But yeah, so the door opens there, so I suppose the only other option I've got is to potentially move that one, swivel it around and slide these ones down. I would suppose that I'd probably gain another 50 or 60 mil, because these are longer in length than what they are in width, if you understand what I mean. So I'd spin that end one around, but then it looks like it probably would cut right into the window there. So I think, what do you guys reckon? Keep the 4 the way they are? I think so. I think it just means that the door, just have to be careful with the door because I'm going to set them all up. Basically, if the door opens up, it's just going to bang, and we know what happens when you bang a Detolf. All the figures go everywhere. So that's not the conventional way to move your Detolfs. Obviously I should have taken all the figures out because they've all fallen over, but in saying that, I needed to set them up anyway, so we'll probably flip over to the next part where I start setting them all up, and I can start getting through some of these figures and figuring out what ones I actually want to keep and what ones I don't. Let's do it. Just hitting up the Toys R Us before they potentially go bankrupt. It's brand new, never been here. So I want to take my boy here in case they go bankrupt so he knows what Toys R Us was. So let's go. So I've set up a little bit. Kind of gonna basically do Star Wars Black Series first because I'm all in on that range and there's no turning back now. And then we're gonna work from shelf to shelf. So I kind of got some of my Black Series kind of sorted out there, and we're gonna go shelf to shelf. I want to try and put like the figures that I'm using that I mostly use to take photos with. I want to make sure I put those in the cabinet. I'm going to try and be pretty cutthroat, and I'm going to probably get rid of some of my figures. But I was actually out in the yard playing with this this Templar, Mythic Legions Templar. Actually, I had to get this off eBay. I missed out. They had another pre-order just recently, but I missed out. But I'll jam a picture up. I just took some pictures out the backyard actually with this. I actually got another one. I want to try and get them both together, but I want to do a few better photos. So I'll quickly flick those pictures up, and we need to keep setting up these details. So let's get into this. Got more of the shelves going now. I'll give you a quick look. So we got some of the bigger boys up there. Yeah, we got our man, the Mythic Legends. Mythic Legions. We got ourselves the Bounty Hunter crew. Anyone got any tips? I can't get these sand troopers to stand. I've had them standing. They just fall over in the night because they're so back heavy because of the backpacks. Anyone got any tips on how you guys stand up? Maybe you use stands. Then we go down to the... I've kind of tried to go with the original trilogy style. Characters here. We'll get our Lukes and our Hoth and some other stuff, but I wanted to get that main crew just at the start there. Then we got our little Trooper Legion here. What do we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yo! And then we got our basically all the black dudes. Basically we got Vader and still rocking the old school one, Emperor. That's the movie realization figure, which is badass. I totally forgot how badass that is. I just pulled that back out. And then we got some SH figures here. We got Darth Maul, and he's doing the splits because his legs are just so crap. Let me know if your legs on your Darth Maul Black Series figure are spread like that. Looks like he's doing the Van Damme splits. Then we've got my little baby 3.75 shelf here. We've got my Bounty Hunters up the back. Then we've got a couple of Tuskens and just a few characters. I do have a heap of 3.75 inch figures, but I have not got them all out yet set up. Then we've got our lowly clone troopers down there. I've got the movie realization Boba Fett just there, and the Stormtrooper as well. And I have this. I've got my main man, Dr. Evans. And I have this. We've got my main man, Ponda Baba, in the house. I am in deep with the aliens, so they're definitely staying. I love that original Aliens film, and check it out. Got my boy Rico Frost in the house for $49 Australian. So punch me in the face and take my money with that one. But that just shows you how expensive figures are here. But Frost is definitely going to join the crew, and I probably want to get some pictures now that I've got a few more marines, so let's do it. Batch. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn. Oh, hell yeah. We're going to get some aliens actions going on with this. Of course, I bought the Ripley without the newt, and then they released this figure. So now I've got the Ripley on its own, which I'll probably sell. And I've got the Ripley with the newt now. And we have to pick this up. Oh boy, is that his leg all bent? Oh man. Hopefully I can fix that. Should be all sweet. So the Jim Lee Cyclops, this thing's running like 50-60 bucks in Australia, so I had to pick it up from Big Bad Toy Store, just because it was just cheaper to get it with the newt at the same time, all the way to Australia even. So that's that package, pretty decent. So we've got a little scene going on here. Got I basically use these lights pretty well all the time, but I almost pretty well just hold them until I get it in a good spot, take a few photos. Got that light there, so it's hitting the queen just on her teeth, because I did a shot before just with one light, and the queen was a little bit, you know, you couldn't really see the queen, it was a little bit too dark. So got another alien sitting in the back there, like basically in the shadows kind of thing. But yeah, pretty cool little setup. And probably going to pack it away now and get back on finishing up these details, and maybe start doing some marine shots now that I've got Vasquez, Frost, Ripley. So I might do some more marines and just the whole crew, and pack away a bit of stuff. But yeah, pretty cool little setup here. Putting them all on the gram, and that's it, dude. Working on another scene. Got the aliens display out. Got the camera view happening there. Kind of walking down the hallways. Hudson telling Vasquez where the aliens are at. I'll turn the light off, give you a bit of a look. So got the light sitting behind. Basically to give us a, you know, that nice light. I mean, it would be good if I could get it off their little torches, but that's what it is. And a bit of a light on top kind of gives us a decent little glow. It actually isn't that lit up once I take a picture. It's quite a lot darker than that. But yeah. So I picked up these. Bad boy is gonna light up this second detail here, and it's pretty cool. It's got like a multicolored strip on the back, so let's test this out and see how it goes, because I do have lights in these ones already, but I'm gonna try a different method here. I'm gonna try a strip around. Anyway, let's see how it goes. So yeah, check it out. Red, green. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's a flicker one. Okay, that's a strobe one. So green, blue, back to red, back to blue, back to white. Oh yeah. That looks crispy as hell. got another little setup going on here. Got Vasquez basically saying, you know, let's rock. I'll just quickly turn the lights out for you, give you a look. So we focus. Bit hard to see, but we'll quickly put a picture of the pickup and just dialed down the ISO and gave it a bit of a long shutter, and hey presto, you kind of you get to see quite a decent little picture there. So that's the setup. Vasquez, nearly finished this series, probably going to move on to Star Wars after this, but having fun at the moment. Pretty cool. True run number 2, mission accomplished. Picked up the Luke land speeder. There was only one there, and also copped the Vader. There wasn't really much else in the store, so not much filming going on. But they had 20% off. So I think the speeder was about 120 Aussie dollar. Yes, that's how much we pay, 120 bucks, so minus 20% off that. So, and then I picked up the new Vader. I opted for just the single Vader rather than like the 40th anniversary pack. I don't know, they want 79 bucks for that 40th anniversary pack, so I just copped the newer Vader. They seem to look the same, so rock and roll. Now we're off to go get some Jordans, actually. So let's do it. Yeah, that's the Vader I'm talking about. Number 43. Same Vader as what comes in the 40th anniversary. And then I went to Maya, and the boys conned me into getting this bad boy. I'm trying to, as blasphemy as it may be, I'm trying to do away with Marvel Legends, but I do love Ares, so I picked that up. It was 20% off as well, so I scored that. And then let's check out the J's. These are sitting on shelves, but I collect 8s, so it is what it is. But they look damn crispy to me. If you don't know what your MJ8s are, they've always got that awesome paintwork and apps and everything on the bottom. Yeah, so tasty, and they fit like a glove on my foot. So another tasty little haul there. A full box here full of figures that I've got to go through, whether I want to keep them, whether I want to sell them. And I got another box full here as well. Got the Reveltech turtles I haven't even opened yet. It's got a heap of stuff here. Literally just got these two bad boys. So got the Ash, the Fig Arts Ash, and got the Son Goku Super Saiyan 3. I actually have the OG Super Saiyan 3. And of course I got the other figures there that I'm trying to decide whether I want to get through. So we're making progress in the... Ooh yeah, I know what this is. Let's get into it. If you don't like Star Wars, you better sign out right now, because this EP is going to be Star Wars galore. I'm going to spaceballs the crap out of this. Bam! Alright, so we've got a setup going on here. We got those space walls going on, trying to set up the scene for when the Emperor arrives. And as you can see, this is basically what we're looking at now. Using that shallow depth of field so that I don't have to have, you know, hundreds of stormtroopers back there. So trying to bomb them right out, keep Vader in focus, Emperor's a bit closer to the screen. Using all manual here, and usually put it on a timer as well, so that so that when you take your picture, you don't get the shock from your hand wiggle. So I usually have it on like a 1 second timer kind of thing. I got my light box up there, so just one simple light box, and then we got the troops. I do have more troops, we all know that, but yeah, no point setting up 100 if you don't need to. Yeah. Bang, bang. Shout out to my man Vance 23. Finally cracking this bad boy open. And because I got this pack here, which everyone's kind of doing, but thought I'd give it a crack too. I'm going to try and hit some lighting up with the orange background. See what we can do. And I've got a bunch more figs down there, so stepping into another toy range is always scary. That's why I've had these for ages and not opened them. But I only just kind of introduced myself to the Batman animated series. I can't remember what I was doing while it was on TV. I need to backtrack, and because I'm from Australia, I want to backtrack and figure out what the hell was on while this show was on that didn't make me watch this show. It's got to have been, I don't know, something like Ninja Turtles or something. Like, I'm sure they must have had both shows going at the same time, or maybe in Australia it started and I didn't get home from school or high school or whatever the hell. But I'm going to backtrack that. I definitely want to try and think of what was I doing while this was on, because I'm just nearly finished season 1. And some of these episodes, man, because I love 89, I love the 89 Batman. It basically feels like just watching the Keaton Batman over and over again. So I couldn't be more excited about this series, and I'm glad that I'm happy to just throw some money into this series and get something else on these shelves. So let's get into it.